YouTube, welcome back to yet another deck profile from the new box, of course. We got... Okay, let me try to pronounce this. Ursarctic deck profile, dude. This deck is so much fun. Of course, it's not, you know, tier 1 by any means. But this deck can plus like crazy, all thanks to Ursarctic Radiation. Basically, you're gonna draw 7 the turn you activate this card. This is like the summary of it. You're gonna draw 7. All of these cards special summon by tributing another Ursarctic card from your hand. But if you have, for example, the field spell, you can banish one from the grave. If you have this spell in the grave, you can banish it to summon, and so on. You have multiple effects. Of course, each one of these Ursarctic cards has its own effect, and they could special summon on either turn, either your turn or your opponent's turn. And if they're on your opponent's turn, they can act as hand traps. So what do these do? For example, we got Mega Polar. When you summon this card, you pop a spell or trap your opponent control. Mega Tanus, if you summon this, you basically cannot your opponent monster. You flip it down. So these are the two main hand trap effects. Then, for your turn, what do you have? You have Mech Polar, which allows you to search a Ursarctic monster from your deck, right? Mega Bellis is... if it's special summoned, you can target one card in your opponent grave and banish it. So I guess this one is also considered as a hand trap, if you a DD Crow type of hand trap. When it's special summoned, you banish a card from your opponent grave. It's pretty nice against Orcust if you think about it. We got Mick Billis. This one, if it's special summoned, you can special summon an Ursarctic monster from your hand. So it allows you to get an extra summon without having to tribute anything or banish anything. The Mictanus is a recycle card, basically. When this card is summoned, you target one Ursarctic monster in your grave and bring it back to your hand. And then we have the Ursarctic Departure. You discard one card and add 2 monsters, which allows you to continue comboing. I think this is run at 2. I was just playtesting at 3. You can run this at 2. Radiation is your main card. You want to open this. You want to see this every time. This, when it's activated, it has 7 counters. Every time you summon an Ursarctic monster, you lose a counter and draw 1 card. So you end up with 7 draws. The field spell is pretty nice, and also it is activated through the synchro. The moment you synchro summon this card, Polari, it activates this field spell from the deck. And basically, the more monsters you summon, the more counters it gets. The moment it gets to 7, you can steal a monster from your opponent's side of the field, whether it's on your turn or your opponent's turn. It works both ways, right? And it allows you to banish a card from the grave to special summon one from hand. So it has 2 nice effects. The final one is Ursarctic Slider. It's basically a monster reborn. Target an Ursarctic monster that is banished or in the grave, special summon it. Of course, it's prevented from attacking, but you're probably going to synchro summon with it anyways. For the extra deck, we run 2 Septintarion. Holy shit, the names of this deck are just so tough to pronounce. This basically is a negate all face-up monsters that don't have a level. So Link monsters, Xyz monsters, they're going to be negated. Also, every time your opponent special summons, you add a card, right? I think it's once per turn though. So the moment your opponent special summons, you add a card. The good thing about this is... your opponent special summons, you add a Mega Tanus to have a book effect, or Mega Polar to have a back row pop. So basically, you search your hand traps. The level 7 Grand Chariot is a it sends 2 cards from your opponent, right? Or it destroys. I think it doesn't send. Yeah, it destroys. You target when this card is summoned, you target 2 monsters your opponent control, 2 cards your opponent control, destroy them. The second effect is, when your opponent targets you with any effect, not only this monster, any Ursarctic monster you have, it basically tributes another Ursarctic from hand or field to negate the effect. So it's a negate on the field. The final one is Polari. Polari, basically, you synchro summon into it to get the field spell, and then it has a second effect to tribute a monster to special summon one from the grave. This is basically the deck. It's really hard to explain how this deck is played. So I'm gonna leave you with 1 replay. That's all I have. It's 1 replay. Don't ask me for more. If you want more, you can come to the stream, check them out. Because the duels are so long. This deck takes too long, right? Like duels that are 13, 14 minutes. So I'm just going to leave you with one duel to understand how this deck works. And I hope you enjoy it. I will be seeing you in the next video. Ciao. When we complete opening the box. So far we only own this, Crusadia, and water from the new stuff. Oh, we drew the spell, Radiation. So that's GG's. We win, boys. We win. GG's. VIPs only? What the... Ooh, that's a nice draw. That's a really, really nice draw, dude. We get to add a couple more cards. Which one are you? You can target one, add it to your hand. Yeah, let's use this. Let's get this back on the field. And then Synchro Summon. So we can get the field spell. Before we draw into it, you know. Imagine if we draw the field spell now. Okay, good. That actually scared me. I thought it was the field spell. I'll take back this card, thank you. We got another copy of this spell. Alright, give me back my Mega Polar. So now I could... this one is the Floodgate, right? And this one is a negate. I think I want to go for the negate. What do you guys think? Oh, this one searches though. I think we're gonna go for this one. And we draw. Oh, nice. Special summon on the opponent turn. Sounds good. Okay, we have a Floodgate, a book. Let's recycle the Synchro. It's a Toon World. Respect it. Respect. I guess I should have brought the pop one card. Oh, we can book this. I think we should book this. Yeah, let's banish the spell. Summon. Book it, don't give him the draw. Also, we draw one card. Holy effects, dude. Holy effects, let's go. We got another copy of it. Toon Dark Magician, okay. You know what that means? That means with the Synchro we can add Mega Polar, and then while we're toggled on, we can special summon Mega Polar, banish a card from the grave, summon Mega Polar, and destroy his back row, which will destroy his Toon Dark Magician, I think, right? Does it need Toon? No, it doesn't. Okay, Sag. That was useless. That was pretty useless. This card cannot attack your opponent directly. Yeah, it has nothing to do with Toon, huh? It is the end phase, so let's recycle this. No one messes with Joey Wheeler. Alright, let us synchro summon. Yoink, that's mine now. Also, we draw one card. The advantage this deck gives you is insane. We're left with like 6 cards now. Let's synchro summon and pop his field spell. Okay, that's good. Now, which one do we want to activate? Look at how many cards we can activate. GG's, we win.